Yeah, Dare to Bear. Well, when this program was started, I always asked him, is it something daring you want me to show or disaster? Well, if you want to show, well, I could be daring as that when I was taking a back bath in Black Sea, or that is definitely a disaster if I do that, if I bear in fact. Now, this was Friday the 13th, as I remember, it was sometime some 8 or 9 months back. My date with black cataracts. This was somewhere in the middle, some 6th or 7th case. I was okay. I thought this was a black cataract with around 4.5 to 5 millimeter dilatation. I needed no hooks or anything. So I carried on with the normal way of making a big central crater, and then step by step stop in situ with lateral separation, going right, deep, first chop, and then go again deeper till I separate the central band, central hard nuclear part, and then following the principle of phacoemulsification, keeping the tip away from the iris so that iris doesn't get stuck, iris doesn't, as the surgery proceeds. Well, nice 4 millimeter, I'm emulsifying, there's no problem, things goes on Anki-Dory, there's nothing wrong going it, and then I go and put in my lens of my choice, 4 millimeter pupil, comes down. Then somewhere, I think that was the penultimate case of the day, again a black cataract, nice round rhexis, a little bit more round, bigger pupillary opening, rotating it, trying to rotate it slowly so that I don't end up in some zonular dehiscence. Well, I've been doing these for last 15 years, so I thought I was confident. I was doing the things that I do best, chopping, lateral separation, pupil is not coming down. I do sometimes put in iris hooks in these stages when I'm not very sure whether the pupil will go and catch my phaco tip, but that was okay. Well, I thought I was confident, things were going fine. Going behind the iris, taking out hard cortical matter, one has to be very sure that you take out this. At this stage also you can use hooks to look out for small nuclear fragments, you can be lost. Well, I thought I was okay till the last case came. Well, I was looking forward to, by this time it was a Friday evening, so I knew my Saturday evening or Saturday night was all set up for partying as I do best on my weekends. So I was going on. Yes, this was the last day. I thought my mind was there in the party that is supposed to be at the end of the week. The right thing, this was around 6 millimeter, 7 millimeter dilation. I was using a long chopper in this case, as you can see. Nice second chop. I don't think anything was going wrong here. I never could realize what was going wrong. But yes, as things go, one more chop, I can see the clear red reflex behind. Well, because it is all nuclear, there's hardly any cortex, so that's it. I thought by this time I had chopped up or eaten up almost 3/4 of the cataract. I was left with a little bit, the last piece. That's what I was thinking. I'll be proved wrong later on. Yes, that is going, yes. Then I thought that maybe something is wrong. I slowed down my process. I thought I have reached, if not the last piece, but I am almost there. There, look at the things. Then I realized something is wrong. I should have put in visco from my side. I didn't do that. Yes, I thought there was a little bit of opening there. Well, immediately, as one of my mentor taught me that I was fresh from that course, immediately put in an IOL scaffold. Yes, the IOL goes in, it is a sensor 3-piece. I thought I am doing a great job. I go in, try to rotate it, I can see the opening there, and I put in the name. Then I realized that there is a collar stud effect. A large part of nucleus is still behind the lens, So manually I try to get it up. Yes, one big piece. I was just thinking, what did I do all this time? I was emulsifying a lot of them, but how come so much of cortical matter, I mean the nuclear material is still left? I just increased the incision, so I was thinking of doing I didn't think of doing, putting in my phaco tip because I could see nuclear material behind the lens also. So I thought, let me get it out. There, one more piece. I don't know where it was, as I said, when the pupil becomes small, some material may go behind the iris, so probably that was happening. Using high molecular viscoelastic, I was trying to push it up, and then one more piece, one more nuclear piece. I didn't know, a little bit of vitreous is already there, so I was sure by this time I had vitreous here, I had the nuclear again. Yes, I thought I'm over. Again one more piece comes up. Yes, again I was happy that I had this. Yes, this is, yes, one more piece. I'm sure he had two lenses behind. And at last piece, I know this was attached to a vitreous drag here. I knew Rupak is watching. What am I doing? I'm trying to pull the vitreous base. By this time, yes. If I tell you who the patient is, I was having my heart going at 130, 140. Happens to be one of our senior doctors, Bhaira. That's what he's around 70 or 80-year-old. So I continued the vitrectomy, putting in viscoelastic from left side, not allowing the things to go. I thought a little bit of vitreous is there. I think this was a fast forward thing. Now I had the lens here. I thought I'll just rotate and put it on the sulcus or in the back, whatever, because this is where I identified it was. I'm trying to rotate it, but look at it. Rotate it again, the same thing. I cannot rotate it. It is not going. By this time the people had come down and there already a little bit of heme, trying to get it. I think a lot of you must have been in this problem. At least you should not be in this similar situation. Again, I'm trying to rotate it from the other side, try to take it behind the nucleus. The problem is I could not put much viscoelastic because I was fearing that would go in the vitreous. So rotate it. This is when I sutured, and then the last time I'm trying, rotating it. I had to be sure that I'm not pushing the lens in the vitreous. Every time trying to rotate. I thought at this time I'll leave it like this, and then maybe at a later date, I do not know whether the lens is half in the bag, half in the sulcus, where it is. But then I thought that, well, with all this maneuver going in for almost 30 minutes, I thought I had got a round pupil, yes. But from the next post-operative day till next 3 months, what followed was the cornea becoming this. And counseling, come after 7 days, I'll put you this. I was already had counsel that I have to do dissect, but 3 months later, this is what it is. The lens is shifted to the side, half in the bag, half in the sulcus. So I just thought that let me rotate it a bit, because there are some vitreous stands here. I just edited that vitrectomy part, but what I saw, get it out and just do the IOL, the optic and the haptic capture on the remnant of the bag, anterior capsule of the bag. Put in a little bit of, there, I got it, because that is behind the capsule and the other one is here up over it. I thought of replacing the lens, but I thought, yeah, this is okay. I don't have to. By this time, the iris, because of had become a little bit of atrophic here. Do a little bit of, first did a bit vitrectomy and then this IA. Well, that was it. And like all happy story, unfortunately, this is not a happy story. Patient is having 618, like all the presenters present is 6.6 and N6, but this is not N6 and 6.6. Well, as I said, we all are naked sometime, at least when you are doing our surgery. At times we do commit mistakes. There are a lot of mistakes to be done. So IOL scaffold that I was saying, that one has to be very careful where the lens goes and where before deciding to go ahead with it. Well, I had been in a worse disaster had I put the lens and then put the phaco tip. The whole remnant nucleus would have gone, then of course Rupa would have been there. But then that saved me day for sending the patient there. And he happened to be a professor of Islamic studies in one of the universities here. Anyway, I have advised for a DSEC because a little bit of corneal edema is there. My cornea specialist says, Ojada, wait. I think you have waited 3 months, wait for 2-3 months more. Anyway, patient is now around 618 and N8 or N10, something like that. Yeah, thank you.